I'm so sick and tired of cutting patterns and like tracing it and using tracing paper, and sometimes the fabric shifting like underneath the tracing paper. So I finally decided to get the projector, and I think it's gonna come like by the end of next week.
This is day 6 of working on my fashion brand every day for 21 days while balancing a full-time job. If you're new here, hello, my name is Shania and I am an aspiring fashion boutique owner. The only trouble is I have a full-time job that makes it difficult for me to do everything that I need to do in order to get this business off the ground. So I set up a challenge for myself where I said that I would work on my brand every day for just 1 hour for 21 days to see how far I can get. So if you're curious, join me on the journey.
Well, let's go. What are we waiting for?
I spent the first 20-minute work session editing what was the intro to this entire mini-series. I specifically was looking for B-roll clips to gather so that the storyline wouldn't just lay flat with me being a talking head. Part of editing a video is hearing the same thing over and over again like this.
I still didn't get it. And even after all of that, working on the pattern, and even working on the pattern, working on the pattern, and even after all of that, I still didn't even get it. So that was a pretty good first session. Per usual, I do feel like I could have gotten a little bit more done, but that's the true Aries in me, always setting goals like way up here. Sometimes I'm not as realistic as I should be. Like in my mind, I can get it all done in 5 minutes. So I think I want to kind of just switch up the scene a little bit and get away from the computer.
Switch.
So I'm going to work on the skirt, and I'm just going to pick up where I left off yesterday. Yesterday I was trying to install the corset panels. I was trying to install them into the side, and I was trying to like figure out the order of operations. So I'm trying to figure out what order I need to sew it so that all 3 layers are hidden, but that's a tomorrow thing. So I think I'm just gonna do that for the next like 20 minutes or so, and then I'll come back and let you know how it went. I'm gonna start with the easy side first, which is this side that doesn't have the zipper, because I think that other side is gonna give me a run for my money. I'll just do the lining first, and then I will sew the panel onto this back pattern piece, and then I will fold it along the seam allowance line and then stitch it right on top of this seam allowance for the front piece. Probably doesn't make sense, so let me just get into doing it.
It's hard to choose just one thing that I love most about sewing, but one thing I do appreciate about sewing is the overall process, beginning with having an idea that just haunts me, like literally until I start making this garment. It haunts me. I think about it nonstop. I can't sleep until I actually start working on it. And then the process of maybe sometimes getting it wrong, making mistakes. And then when I finally finish, I'm able to wear it. I'm able to say I made it. And I'm able to feel like, okay, now I can move on to something else because this idea has finally been brought to life. It's just that full process that I really love about sewing as a whole.
That second session was pretty good. I did manage to sew the lining, so you can see it's a pretty clean seam. Like you can't see any raw edges because that's the whole side seam of the lining is closed in, at least just for one side. I still have to do the other side where the zipper is gonna be. And then for the front, for the shell, it looks like this. So remember I told you I would attach the corset panel, which I did. And then what I did was I took this other side of the shell and I just kind of folded it over along that line. And then I put it on top of the seam allowance for the corset panel. And then I'm just gonna do a top stitch all the way till I get to probably like here or something like that. It's not a very neat job. So I'm gonna go back and like touch it up before I sew it. But I think that that will be a tomorrow thing. So I'm just going to use the last 20 minutes to just prep like some polls and quizzes and like pictures and things for this whole month of March. So go do it.
I tend to make a variety of different community posts. So, for example, I'll do polls, I'll do quizzes, I'll do pictures where you can vote on something, or I'll do pictures of things that I've sewn, and etc. But generally, before I post anything, I tend to review to see how my previous post performed so that I can get a sense of what you guys are more engaged with. And I notice that you guys really tend to respond to the pictures where I ask you to choose one part of an outfit that should go. And so that's the type of post that I'm starting with right now. I usually start by looking for pictures of outfits that I find interesting, whether it has elements that I like or I dislike. And then I pull the image into Canva, and then I basically make graphics around 3 parts of the outfit that I think either don't go or do go, and then I upload it into YouTube to get your opinion. I posted this pic already, and I asked which one should go between the shirt, the shorts, and the boots, and 2 people voted for the boots and 2 people voted for the shorts, but then everyone else said the whole outfit should go because there was no focal point. So if you made it to this part, what do you think should go? The top, the shorts, or the boots? Leave a comment and let me know what you think. In the meantime, here are some comments that you all left on this post. I really enjoy reading your thoughts and your ideas and opinions on these posts. I really do.
I think maybe tomorrow I'll just continue prepping posts for the rest of the month because it's pretty easy when I'm in a flow.
So here's a preview of what happens in the next episode, because I know you're wondering, right? Am I wrong?
The only trouble is that when I stitched the corset panel down, it left me with these stitches here. I don't mind those stitches, but I do mind the fact that the color is not blending with the lining. So I'm kind of like a little annoyed by that. But maybe what I might do to make it seem stylistic is, if you are starting a fashion brand, leave a star emoji in the comments and let me know the name of your brand. Thank you so much for watching. If you didn't see yesterday's vlog, you should check it out. And I hope you'll come and check out tomorrow's episode. Till next time, ciao.